I'ma chase my dream. Yeah.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Transparently Deep. I'm keeping it 100% transparent in the life of Deep. I'm gonna attempt to vlog today. I don't know if I posted the other video up yet. I did make a video talking about why I've been sad, or like feeling like I'm in a whirlwind. And I know I smile a lot. I just do. I don't know why, but it's not a depiction of how I feel inside, because I'm really like sad. I don't know. But I don't know if I'm gonna put that other video up. It was really choppy, so I might just put it here. I'll just put it here. Okay, so a few days ago I posted and said, you know, that I'm dealing with pregnancy depression, and that I smile, that I perfected being able to smile even though I'm not happy. Please, if you hear anything, Skylar's in the back. Oh, my setting. Y'all probably is like, girl, did you get a new car? That's a very good question, because that is part of my sadness. We had a death in the family back in Florida, and I wanted to fly. Home, but the mister said, just drive, and then I'll fly there Saturday when I get off work, and then I'll drive back. So I hate driving now. I used to love to drive. Like when I got frustrated, I would just put gas in my car and just hit the highway and go, you know. But now I do not like driving long distance. Okay. Something in me was just like, no, don't drive. You need to fly. But because he had already, so when you work for Delta, or I don't know how any other airlines work, I just know about Delta. So when you work for Delta, you still have to book your ticket so they'll know that there is an employee that wants to get on this flight. But if we get bumped, or if a paying person needs that ticket, they get it. Or if somebody with more seniority needs to get on, then they'll get that ticket. Or they have like S1s. So say you're somewhere and it's hard to get on this flight, and there's several Delta employees trying to get on this flight, we can use what's called the S1s. And if we use the S1s, we'll trump the other people who are waiting. Okay. Sorry about this son, y'all. It's directly on the phone. Okay. Weird angle, but ain't nothing I can do about it. Okay. So long story short, he had already booked his flight. They let them know that he was going to be on that particular flight. So I said, okay, I'm going to drive. So me, Skylar, and my 14-year-old set out on the road. Skylar, what's the problem? What's wrong? Let mommy see. Give it to mama. Let mommy see. Let mommy see. You want to get out? Okay, just 1 second, okay? We're going to get in there now and then you get out, okay? Long story short, we get on the highway. We get to Ocala, and I got off the highway only. But I tell you, the grace of God. When I tell you the grace of God, I only got off the highway to go to the bathroom, and And I said, well, while I'm going to the bathroom, I'll just get some gas. My car wouldn't stop. So when your brakes go out on your car, typically the brake pedal go all the way to the floor, right? Well, my brakes got hard and wouldn't let me push to stop. It would eventually stop. It was just harder to stop. So I called the Volvo place in Ocala. Go there. He tells me I need a power something. I needed some part for the car that's on back order. They don't know when they're gonna get it. The part itself is $1,000, and it needs to come from Sweden. I said, okay, well, I can't be stuck in Ocala. I said, I live in Georgia. He said, well, the car will stop. It just takes a longer time to stop. So you just can't ride up on people. So then I had to make the decision. Do I turn around and drive 6 hours back to Atlanta? Or do I go the hour and a half to Orlando? Skylar? So I said, okay, I'm going to Orlando. So I go to Orlando. And he tells me when I get there, go to the Volvo place in Orlando. I did that. I went to the Volvo. Okay, no, so I called them and they said bring it at 8 o'clock in the morning on the next day, which would have been Saturday, which was the day of the funeral. So I go check into the hotel. The guy in Ocala tells me look at the brake fluid when I get to the hotel, and if there is black brake fluid still in there, then that's not the part that's wrong. It was two other things. Skylar, it was two other things that would be wrong with it, but I forgot the name of those. So when we got to the hotel and checked in and everything, we came back downstairs and looked in the thing, and it did have brake fluid in it. Thank you, Jesus, right? Well, I took it to the Volvo place at Woodland Park, and I'm naming them because how dare you do this to me? How dare you? They tell me it's $170 to look at it. I said, that's fine. I just want you to look at the brakes. I only want you to look at my brakes because that is what my issue is. I don't need you looking at anything else, checking anything else. I need you to look at my brakes because this is what this gentleman is telling me is wrong with it at the Ocala Volvo. This man then tells me that, okay, your power vacuum, your brake power vacuum is clogged. And it's $1,500 to fix it. And I said, okay, yep, go ahead and fix it. He said, oh no, we can't get the part till Monday. I said, there's no way that I could stay in Florida until Monday. I work on Monday. So therefore, I can't stay until Monday. So he got a straight attitude because I couldn't stay. And I'm like, just because I have a 407 number, that doesn't mean anything. I said, I don't live here anymore because he made a big deal about me having a 407 number. I said, I'm born and bred right here in Orlando. But I work and I live in Georgia. I don't live here anymore. Okay? So I can't stay here. I have to go home so I can work, you know. And so he gets a straight attitude with me. Straight attitude with me. And this was new for me because I bought my car in 2016 and I've never been mistreated like this at a Volvo dealership. But nonetheless, I go and get my car because we had walked across the street, and I said, let me get my keys and just put the car back together and stuff and let me go or whatever. So he slammed the paper down in front of me that I was supposed to sign. I'm like, whatever. It was $170 for them to check the brakes, and it came out like $2 something. Okay, I gave him the card and I needed my key. He slung the key down the disc or whatever that's there. Skylar, no. Didn't I say no? So normally I would have said something, but I didn't say anything. I just was like, okay, whatever. This guy drained all the oil out of my car, out of my truck. He knew I was driving back to Atlanta. I was so aggravated. It was so hot. I'm so big pregnant. I'm so aggravated. I'm 24 weeks pregnant. I'm aggravated as heck. I had to make sure that police wasn't coming behind me because I am in the Mr. Scat Pack. And the Mr. Scat Pack has illegal tint on it. And when I say illegal, I mean the windshield up here is even tinted. So when I ride past a police officer, I have to roll down the window because I'll get a ticket for the illegal tint. Amen. Long story short, he drained all the oil out of my truck. Thank God. I was aggravated. Okay, so throughout this, I snapped on the mister probably like 5 times. And I want to publicly apologize to him because I publicly snapped on him. I apologize. I'm so sorry, babe. Because honest to God, he was doing nothing but trying to help from the beginning. From the start, he was on it and Googling and trying to find parts and looking for places for me to take it, even while he was still at work. He was really trying to help, and I was just aggravated with the whole situation, and I was sick as a dog. Oh my goodness, I was sick as a dog. And I was just aggravated, and I totally just snapped on him. I was like, you know what? We're going back home today. Don't fly in. We're just going to leave right now. I called the hotel. We're leaving. You'll have to call them and get your day back because you still got another day. I don't care nothing about no another day. I'm leaving. I'm going. But my spirit wasn't settled in that. So I apologize for snapping on you, babe. I know that you do everything that you can to make sure that we are safe and we are secure and that I'm not doing anything alone. So I love you to life, babe, and I'm so sorry that I snapped on you throughout this process. Okay. So then he calls. Now mind you, it's still Saturday. He was supposed to fly in Saturday when he got off work. He said, okay, so am I coming or am I not coming? What you want to do? And I said, just come. So we stayed. We drove the car. The guy, by this time I done called Volvo of Marietta because that's where I typically take my car. So I called Volvo of Marietta. Volvo of Marietta said, drive the car home. Drive the car home. It'll stop. Just don't get up on nobody. Don't, be driving all fast and crazy and stuff. It'll take you a little bit longer to get home, but we have the part here that you need. Bring the car home. That's what he said. Because he didn't like the way the guy at Volvo of Winter Park was treating me at all. He's like, just bring the car home. So then I told him to just go ahead and fly in. So we went to the airport. We was able to pick him up from the airport, get to food and get home, whatever. Next day we stopped at my mom's house, whatever. Saw my mom, and then we hit the highway. We checked everything but the oil in the car. The Volvo of Winter Park drained all my oil out of my car. Mind you, I told them, do not touch anything but my brakes. They drained all the oil out of my engine, did not put the oil back in my car, and knew that I was driving all the way back to Georgia. and messed up my engine. We got to Perry, Georgia, and then the car alerted us, and the car was like, no oil pressure detected. Please stop safely. But the car was still going. So I'm like, well, we need to get back to Atlanta. Ain't nothing we can do about it here. The mister thought that I was saying just keep riding. Hold on. These the car people right here, as a matter of fact. Okay, so basically, we coasted off the exit at Perry. Perry, Georgia is this big. I'm thinking, oh my God, I canceled my AAA. I don't have towing. Oh my God, we are in a situation. The mister has AAA though, so I wasn't really like worried about it, but I was aggravated. It was hot. It was sticky. I'm in this little town at this little Circle K. I got my kids with me. Skylar running everywhere. I am just annoyed. And everything is making me snap. And mainly everything that's close to me is making me snap. So I'm just snapping on the mister. I'm just snapping on him. And now I feel so bad about it. But I'm just snapping on him with everything. He's trying his best. So I call Volvo. And they're like, well, give me your VIN number. And so I gave them the VIN number. And then it was like, oh, yeah, we'll come get you. You got towing. And we'll pay for a Lyft or Uber for you all to get home. And, you know, she was just telling us all the benefits that I still had on the car. I was like, great. Send us somebody. We'll get a Lyft and go home, you know. The town is so small. There were literally 0 Lyfts available. 0 Ubers available. And 0 taxi cabs available. 0 tow trucks available. So we are stuck in Perry for 5 hours. It took 5 hours. We finally got a guy. They finally got a guy to come and tow the car. And then he was like, so we was telling him, you know, we can't get home. And, you know, he was just asking us what happened, thus and so. And we ended up, he ended up saying, I have a friend who owns a tow truck. He has an extended cab. I'm going to give the job to him. And we're going to pay him because Volvo's already paid us. So we're going to pay him. And he'll tow the car. If you dropped it, then that's too bad. He'll tow the car, and he'll tow the car, and he'll drive y'all home. So he'll drop y'all off at home, and then go ahead and drop the car off. This is Sunday now. He had to come from Winter Robins, somewhere, Warner Robins or wherever it is. He had to come from Warner Robins. But he did come. He's a very nice gentleman. Thank you so much to those 2 guys because they was really looking out for us. Because by this time we had been there 5 hours. I'm pregnant. I'm hot. I'm irritated. And they was just trying to get us home, and they did. And I appreciate them so much. I don't even remember the name of the companies to shout them out because they really, real deal looked out for us. One was Mike's in Warner Robins, Mike's Towing, and I don't have a card. I thought I had the card of the other guy, but I'm gonna find their information and leave them below because those men really real deal like looked out for us and got us home. So now today is Saturday. Volvo. Okay, so they was gonna take the car to Volvo Macon. I was like, Macon is far. Macon is far from where I live, you know. But the Volvo policy is that they gotta drop the car off at the nearest Volvo dealer to where I am. The first guy I called was no help at all. I hung up with him and called back again and got somebody else, and he was like, don't worry about it, I'll get it to Atlanta for y'all. but he couldn't get it to Marietta, which is the one I normally go to, who had the part. So he took it to Atlanta. My car has been there since Monday. Today is Saturday. My car is still where the guy dropped the car off at. They haven't even looked at the car, ain't said nothing to the car, ain't did nothing to the car, ain't went in the car, they ain't did nothing with the car. Thank God in heaven above that the mister has 3 cars. Because, and I talk so, babe, I'm so sorry. I love you so much, I really do. I'm so sorry. I talk so much trash to him about him having 3 cars. I'm like, you don't need 3 cars. Why do you have a SUV and 2 cars? You don't need that many cars. Oh my God, you know. But thank God he didn't listen to me. I thank God that man didn't listen to me. Because Volvo normally gives us a loaner car when they fixing a car. Well, they're out of loaner cars. And they way behind in the shop, probably because they ain't got nobody to work, because everybody quit with unemployment and was just sitting at home on unemployment. So they probably understaffed just like everybody else in the United States of America. And they had no loaner cars. I've said all of that to say I'm riding in the Mr. Scat Pack. So we have a 2021, well, he gonna say I have, fine. He has a 2021 Scat Pack. And this car don't even have no miles on it whatsoever. We rarely drive this car. But this is baby. So I've been in the Scat Pack for, Skylar, what's the problem, baby? For almost a week, I've been riding in the Scat Pack. And I try to be so careful in his car. And what I notice, like when I'm driving his car, people with similar cars or fast cars, they always like drive up on the side of me and like rev up. And like, I know they do that to him, but I'm a chick. I'm not gonna race you. He does not race. Big grown people over him. He don't race his car. But people always, because his car is blacked out. Hold on, y'all. Let me get my baby Passy. They always pull up to him and like try to get him to race. And I've had probably 3 or 4 people try to get me to race as well. I'm like, I'm a grown woman. Ain't nobody finna race you. I'm trying to get to where I'm trying to go. All right, y'all, hold on. I just love my daughters. Y'all know I got Skylar in a school, so they had open house today. And although she won't be 2 until October 18th, they feel like she's ready to go to the 2-year-old class. So we had open house today, so we're just leaving open house. I'm finna go over here with my mother-in-law. She kept the baby for me yesterday because daycare was closed. Well, the school, I call it daycare. They keep correcting me. It's not a school. It's not a daycare. It's a school. Okay. The school was closed yesterday, but I still had to work. So my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law kept the baby for me. Hold on, let me get her passing. You got your passy. What do you want? Why are you whining and you got your passy? You want to get out? Okay, give me 1 second. We almost at that house, okay? No, don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. Here. Okay. No, I can't do nothing for you. Y'all want to see Bailey? Wait. Can y'all see? Belly? Okay. I thought this girl didn't have a passy. She got the darn passy. I still back there whining. What kind of buffoonery is that? I got so much baby stuff to give away. Because I'm never doing this again. Let's make that very clear. Orange. You want some oranges? Okay, mommy, get you oranges. So anyway, we just left there. They want to put her in the 2-year-old class. But since they're a private school, they would just keep bumping her up. So we don't know if we're gonna do that yet or not. I don't know. I guess he thinks that, hey, no, Skylar. He thinks that she should go to the 2-year-old class. I do too. I don't mind if she go to the 2-year-old class. It's whatever the school wants at this point. But now I'm finna go over here where my mother-in-law and sister-in-law is. And we're gonna take the kids to get pizza. And no, I don't rev his engine like that. It was a car coming behind me, so I just wanted to turn out. I just wanted to go. I hate when people turn in front of me and then they drive slow. I'm like, move out of my way kind of thing, you know. But I don't raise his car. I don't raise his car. I don't try and rev it up. I don't do none of that foolishness because I don't want nothing to happen in this man's car because I will never hear the end of it. You hear me? Never hear the end of it. So the situation with my car is probably my biggest stressor right now because I had a second car that I gave to my 21-year-old and he totally destroyed it. Had I not given him that car, I would have had another form of transportation. But I'm not gonna get upset with the fact that I work hard for my money. And I gave him this car and he totally just destroyed the car. Not even in a year, he destroyed the car. Just ungrateful. On top of that, I am sick all the time. I am still very sick, very tired, very dehydrated, very lethargic. Just, I feel awful. Awful. My mouth is always dry. I just feel so sick. The baby moves so much. When I wake up, he wake up. Every time. I'm asleep. When I wake up, he wake up. Every single time he wakes up when I wake up. Every time. He moves so much. And I want to be joyous about that. I want to be happy about that. But when he's moving and stuff and I'm nauseous, it just makes it so much worse. Oh my God, I'd be so sick. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna say this because this is how I feel. I'm not saying this for you or for any of my sisters that's in this infertility battle, man. I'm not trying to discourage you or anything. I'm just saying this because this is how I feel. Dang it, there go the police. This is how I feel. Sorry, I ain't getting no tickets. Oh no, he turned. Okay, I ain't getting no tickets. So I think I'm too old. I think 41, for me, 41, almost 42 is too old to be having a baby, to be pregnant. And maybe it is escalated by 10,000 because I have a very active toddler. She is so active, man, and I'm telling you, being sick and tired, and then with the scare with my heart condition, with the scare with his heart condition. I don't think I told y'all. went to the doctor for my 24-week checkup. He's full breech. He's footling breech, which means his head is right here and his feet are down in my pelvis. Not only that, he has calcium in his heart. I'm not really worried about the calcium in his heart per se, because I did talk to the cardiologist at CHOA, and they said that because that's the only abnormality that they saw on the whole ultrasound, they're not concerned. But if we want them there when I deliver him to evaluate him, then they will be there. They also said that at 32 weeks, they want me to get another ultrasound and an echocardiogram of his heart. And by 32 weeks, that calcium in his heart should be gone. If not, then they're ready to jump in and do whatever interventions on him they need to do. So I'm not real concerned about it. I am concerned about it. I'm lying. With my heart condition, I go to the heart doctor Monday. With my heart condition, his heart condition, him being footling breached, me sick all the time and just not feeling well. My house looked a mess. I need a cleaning person that's non-judgmental, that's just gonna come in and get this house together for me. Because my house is literally a mess. I'd be so sick. I think all of that is taking a toll on me emotionally, physically, mentally. I just wish I had not. I was saying I wish I had met the Mr. earlier in life. Skylar. I said I wish I met him earlier in life. But the old Donna, he wouldn't have gave me the time of day. The type of man he is. Because who I was and who I am are two totally different people. And I just don't think he would have gave me the time of day. Hold on, y'all. Okay. I just didn't want that. So that's why I'm sad. That's why I'm down. My car. I'm afraid. I'm terrified of labor. I'm terrified of birth. Bessie Mo, baby. I'm terrified of labor. I'm terrified of if I end up back in the ICU. I'm terrified of if I die having him, or I'm just terrified. I'm terrified with my health. Terrified with the baby's health. I'm just overwhelmed. Okay, baby, we gonna get out, okay? Let's go get in there. So, I'm trying to build my faith. I know that all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. I know that all things work together. I know it does.
Wanna see brother?
You want to see brother? He at home, baby.
Is he baby?
But I'm down. Baby and mommy tummy. You gotta wait until you come out, okay? Okay. I'm just saying. So keep me in prayer. And I'm gonna take my nephews and Skylar and the Mr. and his sister. We're gonna go just hang out a little bit. And then I gotta take my 15-year-old shopping for school clothes because school starts Monday for them, and I didn't know that. Anyway, y'all, we're gonna keep our faith on fleek, and always remember, strive to be on top because the bottom is already too crowded. Peace.
my dreams, everything alright, everything alright. I'ma chase my dreams, everything go right, everything go right. I'ma chase my dreams, everything alright, everything alright. I'ma chase my dreams, everything alright.